guys, happy Friday. We've got a great workout for you today with some heavy lifting, but also some cardio. So you're going to start with our warm-up, 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. This, I only want either a row, ski, bike, or burpees. Those are your only 4 options, so choose one of those because that's what you're going to be doing later on in the WOD. Second, we're going to go overhead plate, alternating forward lunges, and then I'll have you switch to reverse lunges. If you don't have a plate, guys, just hold your dumbbell or kettlebell overhead. But for the plate overhead hold, I'm just going to hold like this. I'm going to make sure there's some space in between the feet. I'll lunge forward, back knee is going to kiss the ground, and then I'll switch to my other leg. So my chest stays tall, back knee kisses the ground. Halfway point, I want you to reverse lunge. Third, we're going to go modified inchworm. So for this, I'm just going to have you walk out to a plank, walk back to your feet, stand. So have the feet right underneath me. Keep the legs as straight as possible. Walk out to your plank, straight legs, walk back, stand. You'll just keep repeating that. So I want to stretch out the hamstrings. I also want to warm up your wrists and shoulders. Next, we're going to go weighted PVC strict press. So for this, guys, you're going to have the hands just slightly outside the shoulders, regular grip on the bar. From here, I'm going to tuck my ribs, squeeze my butt, tuck my head, and then press out overhead. So notice as I come down, the bar is touching the shoulders, so I'm letting the bar come back into my fingertips, and then pressing out overhead, ears are covered by my biceps. So this is my strict press. At the halfway point, I'm going to have you switch to a push press. So in the push press, my knees go out. Okay, so if I was to go forward, that is incorrect. I want knees out, so that way your back, your torso stays tall. So I'm going to dip and press. Dip, press. I want you to time bringing the bar down, dipping, and then squeezing your quads to lock out as you press. If you're at home, guys, I want you to do right arm press. So for this, you'll have the dumbbell here, you'll strict press for 25 seconds, and then you'll switch to that push press, the dip and drive. Next, we're going to go weighted PVC push jerk, and then we'll switch to a split jerk halfway. So on the push jerk, what we're going to add in is a jump under the bar to stand up with it. So same setup as the others. I'm going to dip, jump under, stand. So from the side, dip, jump under, stand. On the split jerk, what I'm going to do is split my feet. So that's why I had you do the lunges earlier. So we're going to dip, drive under. Notice that my front leg is slightly to the left, back leg is slightly to the right. My knee is stacked over my ankle, and my heel is up here. I'm going to bring my front leg back leg forward, then the bar down. That is the correct sequence. Do not deviate from that. So from the side, here, front leg, back leg, bar down. Okay, one more time. Okay, so that's our split jerk. Again, if you're at home, guys, use your weight, your dumbbell. For this one, I'm going to have you just work the left arm. And then lastly, guys, we're going to go empty barbell strict press. Those of you at home, I want you to go ahead and grab both dumbbells, warm up with both in each hand. For those of you in class, if people decide they want to use the rig to take the bar off of for their pressing, that's fine. We're just going to have half the class start on the strength portion, half start on the WOD. If people want to stay at their stations and work on their clean into their jerk, that's fine too. So guys, for the strength portion, what that means, we're going to do 12 minutes to find a heavy shoulder to overhead. So shoulder to overhead means strict press, push jerk, split jerk. Any 4 of those are shoulder to overhead movements. Like I said, you can come from the rack or from the ground at your station. After the first set, I want you to do some pull-aparts. Second set, we're going to change the grip. And then the last 3 sets, we're going to go bent over rows. So the way this is going to work, guys, the first few sets, maybe you're doing like 2 to 3 reps to get warmed up. But then by the end of your sets, maybe you're on set 5 or set 6, you're just doing 1 heavy repetition. Okay, so this should be a heavy weight. You do 1 time. In the beginning though, like I said, you could do maybe 2 or 3 at a time just to warm up. For our pull-aparts, you're going to have a band On the first one, I want an underhand grip, so that means my palms are going to be face up. I'm going to keep the arms straight, tucking the core, squeezing my butt, keeping the arms straight, pull until the band hits my chest, come back to center, and repeat. I'm holding here for about 2 seconds, and then coming back. After your second set, I want you to flip those hands so they're palm down, stretch, and come back. On our Bentover rows, we're also going to mix up the grip here. So you're going to have the band under 1 or 2 feet. You're going to hinge at the hips. You're going to have a neutral grip here. So that means my palms are facing me. Okay, then we're going to switch to an underhand grip. And then our last one will be an overhand grip. You're going to have 3 minutes to transition to our WOD. So for the WOD, guys, you have 12 minutes of work here. Minute 1 is a max effort of calories on the rower, bike, or ski erg, or if you're at home, I want max burpees in 1 minute. You then get 3 minutes of rest. After that, I want you to do 60% of whatever your number was every minute on the minute until minute 12. So for example, let's say that you skied 15 calories in 1 minute, 60% of that is 9. So your first minute, you got 15 calories, then you're resting for 3 minutes, and then minutes 5 through 12, every minute on the minute, you're gonna do 9 calories on the ski erg, and that's it. You're gonna rest whatever time you have left remaining. So just to be clear, max effort means I want 100% effort. You have 3 whole minutes of rest after doing 1 minute of work. So I want you to be like basically passing out on the ground after that, and then have 3 minutes to recover, and then you're gonna do 60% of whatever your score was for the remaining time, okay? Those of you at home, you're doing burpees. To be clear on what a burpee is, feet wide, chest and thighs touch, jump and clap at the top. Don't go and short the rep by not opening your hips or not touching your chest. Make these good burpees, but make them fast, max effort for 1 minute, okay? Going back to the strength real quick, guys, if you're at home, for the weights, I've talked about this before. To make the weights that you have heavier, you can always add in a negative. You can do extra reps. You can do 1.5 reps. All right, so there's lots of different ways that you can make one pair of dumbbells feel a lot heavier than what they are. And I'll write about that in the description. If you have any questions, please just shoot me a text message. Guys, I hope you have fun with today's workout. Lift heavy and then work hard on your cardio. Good luck, move well, have fun.